Good morning, people. How are we going? Now just waiting for everyone to get on. So, as most of my live streams are almost always motivated from the feedback I get from others, so as this one is as well. So obviously it's Monday. You know, people normally always, for some reason, I don't know if it's programmed, they seem to be struggling on a Monday. You know, maybe the weekend they have to go back to a job, or they don't have to, they choose to go back to a job. You know, recovering from a big hangover or whatever it might be. But the biggest thing, people need to really remember as well, that it comes down to, people are fantastic at visualizing and focusing on what they don't want. You know, they're focusing on, they're talking about it, they're writing about it, they're being it, and it really doesn't work well. Yeah, it doesn't work well that way, because you see people that are struggling, you see people that are, you know, that they're going in circles, you see people that they don't want this, they talk about this person, but you're just bringing it in there, and you're basically burying that problem or issue within you very, very deep subconsciously. Because, you know, you give people the tools and you lay it in front of them and you say, well, here's the steps, here's the procedures, step 1, 2, and 3. And then all of a sudden, I'm hating my life's hard, I'm going in circles, nothing's changing, I'm struggling. And you go, well, okay, let's do some fault finding. Have you done this? No. Are you doing this? No. Are you doing this? No, no, no. Okay, on the negative, why are you still talking about that issue? Why aren't you doing this? Why are you just staying at home? Why are you, and all these things start to come out, and it's really disappointing, people, because how can you fucking expect to get something if you keep doing everything your way? How can you expect to change if you keep doing the same thing? But you were good at doing, you're a master of doing what isn't serving you. Oh, I'm overweight. Okay, are you getting yourself to the gym? Are you dieting? No. What are you doing? Oh, I've been eating McDonald's 5 days a week. Okay. No, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to fucking work that out. Oh, you know what? I'm not liking my relationship. It's abusive. It's getting me down. I'm feeling drained. Okay. Are you still there? Yes. Well, do you want to be a boxing bag? What are you doing about it? You can't just hope one day it's just going to change. You need to be that change. And it really hurts me, and when I talk with passion, this is not anger or aggression, but I'm just talking because I really want the best for others. And it hurts me when I wake up on a Monday and my inbox has been absolutely smashed with negative, you know, fall downs, or people letting themselves down, or, you know, I've lost my way, I need to get back on my feet. And I'm like, what I don't understand, and this is what my coaches used to say to me, and please don't take my language the wrong way. Why the fuck are you doing it your way when you have the proven strategies, you have the proven formulas, and you have someone that has been there and done it? So why would you do that? So, you know, the funny thing is, you know, if you've got a personal trainer and you know that they train you and they do all that, then why would you train another way? Why would you say, oh, he said to do push-ups, but I want to do push-ups this way? It's your ego, or people just trying to think that, okay, look, I can do it myself. But really deep down, you can't do it yourself, because obviously you wanted to get help from somebody, and you would have worked it out. And with that understanding, people, that, you know, oh, I'll do a little bit today, I'll do a little bit tomorrow. You know, life isn't that bad, but you're not going to get sustainable change if you're not moving forward. You're not going to be getting that understanding of, you know, how you're going to be growing and how you're going to be moving at. You need to be doing it, and it needs to become a pattern. Yeah. And I do not know where this guy is going. So I'm on a one-way road, and this guy is facing me. Now he wants to reverse out. All right, beautiful. See, there you go. So what I want to tell you all, that you have to stop pretending that you want to change. You have to stop doing the same things, because you know what I'm finding with so many people? People have become experts about what they don't want, but that's all they focus on. They focus on, you know, I hate my job, and it's a bad job. Oh, I hate my partner, but okay, you're still doing it. Oh, I hate the way I look. I hate my energy levels. I hate my bank account. All right, fantastic. We know that. So how are we going to change it, and how are we going to make a sustainable change? Just let me park you guys. So, you know, on the weekend, this is what happens to most humans, yeah? On the weekend, you go out, you have some drinks with your girlfriends, with your mates, it feels fantastic, and pretty much you can sort of detach from reality, or so to speak, yeah? You know, I had a really good time with my boy Rye, and it does, like now, like, you know, I really enjoy my life. I have an amazing partner, you know, I'm doing great things here and there. So what happens is, that, yeah, you're going out and, you know, with life, and then you go back to the normal life and it's doom and gloom. And that's why some people want to fucking jump off a bridge on Monday, because it's that, oh my God, and I have to go back and face reality. But what you're not understanding, and exactly, Baxter, yep, it's do the work, is it's sustainable change. It's going over and again and doing that. You can't just wake up and think it's going to change. You need to start doing the little things, and they compound to interest, and they compound to a massive understanding of you becoming who you desire. What happens? This is where people fail. You will do it when you're in pain, and then you will stop when the pain finishes. Am I correct? You can shake your head, yeah? Because I know I'm correct, because I do it myself. And then you go, oh, it's not too bad now. I don't have to do this, or you know what? I don't need to work on my inner world, because I'm in security, I'm making money. You know, I'm not in security, but I'm doing a job which gives you security, and I'm making money, and my focus is on it. And at the end of the day, this is not really, you know, there's not much pain. So I'll forget working on my mind. I'll forget working what actually really controls me. Yeah. What ends me, and what, you know, what begins me. And what that means, what ends me and begins me, is your mind. That it can destroy you and it can give you life. Yeah. And we all know this, or hopefully you do. So a lot of people, you see in their language, you see in their posts, you see in what they're operating is always on bullshit, always on the negative. And you're like, how do you think that you're going to be able to shift your thought patterns, your state, if it's this person, that person? You shouldn't be giving anything that doesn't serve you one second of showtime, and that's basically in your mind. Yeah, when you speak about it, forget about it. You're basically tattooing that shit in your brain. So a lot of people are like, oh, I've got this happening and that happening, look, I need help. The thing is, you need to do the work. You can't think a coach or a doctor or antidepressants are going to get a magic wand and going to wind this wand over you and say, now you're healed, now you're better. You need to stop doing the stuff, stop being fucking lazy, stop doing things your way, and start doing things the way people that have been in your position, that have got themselves out, that are helping other people, yeah? That sounds a lot better than you keep doing your things your way. So, what I say to you, do not get overwhelmed. Have a routine, because routines save lives. I'll say that again. Routines save lives. Get up early. If you are so selfish that you want to sleep in more, and sleeping in is more worth or worthy than you wanting to change your life, then that's a choice that you need to make, and a decision that you need to decide on. But really, you're just getting up. What is that? And that's what you need to look at. Getting up early, going to bed early, to get up early, to get up and start my day, putting in the work, doing what I need to do, so on and so forth. That is going to change your life, because you're going to put in the time. You're going to be able to program your mind. You're going to feel happy, and you're going to be able to focus the whole day on moving forward. It's going to be a lot powerfuler, yeah? So you can do these things in a simultaneously, and like you can be able to move yourself from, you know, from opposing or an understanding of how you're feeling, of not feeling an understanding of when you're feeling lost, moving yourself forward, and then moving yourself into an aspect that your life is never going to be the same. I'll speak in English terms. So what that means is putting yourself in that thought pattern of programming your mind. And as I always say, a GPS. You can't go anywhere. Like, people want to travel, just say they want to go they want to go outback, you know, on the outback, and they don't really know. It's a really bit of a terrain, you know, it's very bushy. They don't know where to go. So what they do is, what happens if you don't know where you're going? You end up burning out. You'll obviously waste petrol. You might go off a cliff, and you know your vehicle might fall off, or whatever. Whatever you go, you end up hitting a roadblock. So that's the same as humans. That you'll want to go and participate on a path. You won't know where you're going. You'll get burnt out. It will take a long time to get there. You'll end up falling off the path. And then what's happening, you end up going in circles and basically get anywhere, because unfortunately, since we are born, we are conditioned, we have the surroundings to suppress us, to make us angry, for us to lose our concentration, for us to lose our identity. So if you aren't unwinding all that negativity, if you aren't unwinding and working on staying focused and not getting distracted with, you know, the powers of being, you know, with other negative people, all these other, you know, these outside influences that can really sabotage your success, you are in a crash course to failure. Yeah, you're basically, you know, you're not understanding that. So where people are going wrong is you need to be aware of where your attention and focus goes predominantly throughout your day, and what is in your mind. If you're focusing on I'm tired, you'll be tired. If you're focusing on lack of, focusing on negatives, that's what you're going to get. And the thing is, if you really believe these things in the negative, they will be there a lot faster and a lot stronger, because we are pure manifestational beings. Yeah, when you start to believe in the positive, you will really start to have understanding of, oh my God, how powerful you are, how able you are. When you start to see that and start to believe, then you might stop with your excuses. Then you might stop with understanding that life is hard. Then you might stop and go, oh, you know what? I actually deserve this life. I actually deserve to be a better man or a better woman. And it doesn't matter how many live streams I do. It doesn't matter how many, you know, how many people speak to you, or until you have that click in your mind, until you see change, that's when you'll actually start to believe yourself. And that's when you'll actually start to love yourself and go, you know what, fuck. You know what, Lee was right, but it's not just Lee, it's right, it's I'm right, because I know that I want to be better, but there's half of me that holds myself back because of the excuses about the, you know, how I uphold myself, my old conditioning. And you know what, fuck, thank you, Lee, it was a reminder, but I knew all the time that I had it in me. And you know how many people tell me that? Because I told my coach that, and I've told other people that, you know what, I knew that I've always had it in me, because otherwise I would have given up. But thank you for the reminder. So what I say, people, play a game with yourself. Pretend that you only have a week to live. It's a bit of a crazy game, and you know, some people might go, what? And how would you act? What about if you get up today and today's your last day? Would you sleep in? Would you whinge? Would you focus on negativity? Would you want to just bring out, you know, or would you just want to bring that doom and gloom? Or would you do anything in your power to achieve your day, to feel fantastic? Would you do everything in your power as well to make other people feel great? Would you do everything in your power to make sure that you are, you know, what you're focusing on is going to get you there? Making yourself more importantly, it's how you feel. Manifestation and success comes from happiness, yeah? And it starts from within. There is a feeling that you need to be able to feel that's going to be able to move you towards your manifestation or towards your goals. Because what happens is people want to make it into a block. They want to make it into a computer system. Oh, I need to be successful. Oh, I need that. Hey, Catherine, how are you, my sister? Good to have you on. And a lot of people will force that, you know, a lot of people, and don't get me wrong as well, there will be a lot of external, you know, people not upholding themselves, people that are basically full of shit, all these things that are going to be that you're going to come into contact with, that you need to learn to shake it off and move forward and stay strong to your heart. And you know where you're going on your journey, you know why you're getting them, and as I call it, it's your ikigai, your reason for being, and that is your mission, your purpose, and basically everything that you put together that's going to give you the sustainability for you to have an understanding of your reason being. And we're going to be it's going to be cool. We're going to be going on and having an understanding of that, and doing that, going deep into that in the life, into the so I'm getting all these messages coming up. We're going to be teaching at the social identity. Awesome stuff. If that Brad's on, thanks, bro, for that. He's just giving me some upgrades on some software that we're going to be doing. Once you do a live stream, bang, you can put it out and it goes to all your pages. So great. So this is the thing, people. Be aware, consciously aware of what you're focusing on, what you're participating in, what you're saying, and become mentally selfish of filling your mind up with where you want to go, how you're going to get there, why you want to get there, and so on and so forth. If you're around people that are shifting your focus from where you're going, your goals, then remove yourself. Because what I'm seeing in a lot of my clients and a lot of people is that you give them the path, you give them the strategies, you give them everything, but they still choose to do it another way. They still choose to take shortcuts. They still choose to slack off. And what what happens if you take shortcuts? Your results are going to take a shortcut. If you slack off, you know what I mean? If you treat your life like a hobby, you'll get hobby results. Yeah. Oh, I do a little bit. You know, the pain's gone. Excuse me. Then everything. You know, I'll just back off. It doesn't happen that way. You need to change your internal world this much to receive this much change, to actually be consciously aware of it. That you do not need to be overwhelmed. You can keep working on yourself every day. You can keep working on yourself moving forward. You can keep working on yourself. And this is the key. It's consistency. That switch off to the stuff that isn't important, switch off to the negativity, switch off to that other stuff, and focus on and become, hey Manny, good to have you on, bro. Become mentally selfish of what serves you and your happiness. I always say, stand guards at the doors of your mind, because guess what? True leaders, when they stand in their true leadership in their light, they will encounter people that pretend that they're leaders, and they will expose their falseness, and that's when you get resistance in life. If you are someone that has truly wants change, and you come into contact with someone that pretends they want change, then that will create resistance, because you will be wanting to motivate this person. You want to be able to lead people. You'd be able to push them. And the problem is they will want to do it their way. You'll tell them, they will say it's not working. They will blame you. And you'll say, hold on a second. We have the proven paths. Why aren't you wanting to change? Blah, blah, blah. You know, ring a rosy. And you see it so much. If you just say to people, just stop with your talking for a minute. If you had the results, then I would be coming to you. What I say is, follow the processes, follow the systems, follow the universal law that's been around for these thousands of years, and just surrender yourself to the process where people have gone and done it. But what I want to say, if you're not doing it, shut the fuck up and stop complaining. Seriously, you need to stop complaining, because you hear, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. You know what? You don't deserve to open your mouth and keep complaining if you're not doing the work, because you're wasting your time. You're wasting time with people that want to help you, and you're going in fucking circles. So if you want to bring that shit into your life, if you want to keep that shit going on, please don't bring it into an environment where people actually want to change and they want to help you. If you say you want to change, then you do everything in your power to change. Because we can't give you a magic pill, we can't give a magic wand and so then you'll change. You need to be able to do the work. But what happens is, you should not be able to or be allowed to say, okay, I'll do that, and then what happens? Then you want to have excuses. Then, oh, you know what, I need a phone call. Or then you go in circles, and then you complain, and then you're focusing on all that. You're going to be playing tug of war, and life, you will create a living hell for yourself. Yeah. You will create an absolute living hell. And why I say that, it is because, oh, you know, I want to change and things feel great, and then I'm going to go back to that old conditioning or be around those people that are going to drain me. Oh, no, I want to change again. You know, it feels good, feels bad, feels good. Because what happens, once you get a taste for the life that you deserve, you know that you've got it in you. And when you let yourself down and you fall hard. That's where people normally go, oh my God, I've had a breakthrough. They won't hold themselves accountable. Bang, they will fall, and sometimes they don't get up from it. I know this very, very you know, very, very clear and very, you know, very familiar, put it that way. And that's what people understand. They know, fuck, you know what? I've done all this great work. I've had these breakthroughs. I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling strong. I know that I can have that life. I truly believe, you know, it's not because of Lee, it's not because of Tony Robbins, not because of anyone. I know that, and now I hold myself nowhere near that potential, and now I feel like I'm existing again. And that's when you will have a fucking internal hell in you, because, you know, oh my God, what do I do? And that's when I always say to people, they get caught up doing the mundane things. Yes, you need a balance. Yes, you need to put food on the table. Yes, if you haven't created, you're not an entrepreneur or business, if you're creating your own business, yes, you need to put food on the table. But if you keep concentrating on that and you're having hell in your head, hell would be, it comes out and you see it as a reality, because you never stop working on yourself. Yeah. And this is the biggest thing. People will get caught up with this and they won't. You need to never stop working on yourself. Doesn't matter how much sleep you've had. Doesn't matter how much you drank the night before. Doesn't matter how fucking much pain you got. You need to stop, and you need to remember, you need to work on yourself. You need to program the good thoughts in your mind. You need to release the dark energy or the negative energy. You need to be able to focus on what you got, but don't strangle success. Put the intent out with happiness, knowing the more you stay in your happiness, the more you stay with the intent, the quicker it will come to you. But if you want to force it and you force life, what is it? Resistance, and resistance creates more resistance. So let the flow go and let it be free. Understand that you have control over your life. Okay, if you're fucked up, great, let it go and just put that behind you. If you feel like you're going a little bit slow or going in circles, that's okay. Drop that behind you, get rid of it, and then just let's go. Today's a new day, people. Today's a new week as well, Monday. So I wanted to leave you with this kick in the ass message, and understand that stop focusing on what you don't want, become mentally selfish, and keep and force feed your mind with where you want to go. Emma goes, the only time you should look back is just when how far you've come. Beautiful. Exactly. And you know what? In the past, of amazing things that you've achieved and amazing things that have served you, of course, focus on them. But that's still old recycled energy. Focus on the new moments and experiences that you want to create. I'll say this again. Let's all, I don't know who's on here. I've seen a few people pop up and the rest of it. But what I challenge you all for the rest of this week, I don't want you to want to create haves and wants. I want you to create moments and experiences, yeah? So let's all commit to creating moments and experiences, how many we can create today and to the rest of the week and to your life. And let's all do this. And, you know, send me a message. Hey, Lee, you know, my moment in experience, I created this. Boom, boom, boom. And there's a lot of you that I don't really know even who's on here. And I really appreciate everyone being on. But Monday is always, we have a peak. Friday's off. You know, we go out party. We disassociate from, you know, from life, and people go and take drugs, drink, enjoy themselves, and when they go, fuck, I have to go back to work, it really knocks some people down, as they've let me know in messages. And this is why I'm holding this live stream as a safety net. So let's all commit to ourselves to create moments and experiences, and that's when your life gets sexy. Yeah, that's when you're not looking for mundane, you know, things that don't have much creation around them. Moments and experiences. And as almost 30 of you have committed to obviously coming to the social identity experience in Melbourne. That's the whole thing of what we're going to be creating, is moments and experiences that we're all going to be sharing. So if people want to know about it, there you go. Maddie's great Mike's thing to like. Saturday and Sunday, I'm setting the intention for amazing moments and experiences. Perfect, bro. There you go. We just set the intention, and our cosmic alignment connection you took the words right out of my mouth. So the people that are coming to the social identity experience, and that's what it's about. People go, what's it? Why is it called the social identity experience? Because we're creating the identities and the energy that you need to become so you achieve your goals. You can't be the identity of procrastination, no self-love, if you want to, you know, obtain a great body and love yourself and, you know, want to do that. You can't be the same energy or the identity if you're in scarcity. If you've got a scarcity mindset, you think it's so hard to come by, how will you ever be able to obtain wealth? You won't. It gets hard and most likely will stop. You can't be the identity of no self-love, no self-worth, and self-punishment if you want a relationship with yourself and create an amazing relationship with someone else. Because if you're saying with no self-worth, no self-love, and self-punishment, you will attract that opposite energy in another one that will not love you, it will punish you, and so on. And I know a lot of ladies mainly, and a lot of men, because they aren't in their right identity, they attract what they don't want. And they're like, oh my God, it's good at the start because it's only lust and it's a little bit of companionship. But once the lust and the companionship goes and there's nothing else, it gets really ugly. Yeah, its ugly head arises, and it's not cool. So you really need to be remembering this, people. And then it comes down to all your life categories is creating an identity and the character, the energy and the belief system and the inner mind thoughts that through each desired outcome, each interaction that you are with a different person, that you need to remember that we're creating identities. And that's what we're doing this Saturday. Tonight at 8 p.m, I'm going to be holding a live stream because a lot of people wanted to know about the social identity, which is this weekend in Melbourne. And I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to go over it in detail. I'm going to give the people that are already attaining it, they wanted a few questions here and there. So, you know, you kill a few 100 birds with one stone and giving you that understanding. And more importantly, people, it's keeping your mind safe. So this is why I want to hold this live stream today, that I want you to keep your mind safe. And happiness doesn't start and end out here on external things. It starts and finishes in here. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. You could be living in a palace. You could be having an endless well of money. You could be, you know, having all that. But if you aren't happy in here, you do not have that connection. You aren't happy. External things don't make you happy. It all happens from within. And that's what I want to say to you all. If you are all struggling at all in your life, or you feel like you could do better, and let's be honest, we all know that we can do better, I please challenge you all to press the stop button in life. And what I want you to do, I want you to go somewhere in a quiet room, put some relaxing music on, get some incense, whatever you need to do to stimulate your senses. Get a few, you know, I like to put oils on because, you know, your smell is a really great sense. And start focusing on in your life areas and what moments and experiences do you want to create, what will make you happy, and then write it down. And then close your eyes and manifest it and role play it and see it become real in your mind's eye. Okay? So break down all your life categories. So bang, you know, your health, your wealth, your contribution, your legacy, family, relationship with yourself and another, passion and enjoyment, or whatever you want to do in your life wheel, because you want to make it nice and organized. Once you do this, I want you to write down what makes you happy for each one. So what would feel great, you know, what would be the ideal life that you'd want for all of that. What I want you to do is elect 5 of your eternal drivers. So what are your top drivers for your health, your wealth, so on and so forth, and your motivators? So what are the top 5 things that you need to be standing in or activating for you to know that you feel fulfilled in all your life areas? Don't get overwhelmed. The more you do it, the easier it will become, and the more you enjoy it. Yeah. Then I want you, this is the biggest thing. This is the way I've been teaching, because I firstly simulated it through my life, and then I've simulated it for other people's lives, and it's huge. Don't just write it down. I want you to put some music on, even if you want to get into it. And this is what we do with all through my retreats, through my self-coaching, through the Identity Project, everything, even at the online course we do this. What we learn, we put it into a role play, and we see it, we hear it, we taste it, we know it, and we become it. What did we just learn? So you take the information off the paper and you role play it in your mind, putting the music on. The more you feel it, the more you believe it, the quicker it will be manifest and brought in front of you. Okay? Any questions about this? Send me an inbox throughout today. Today I've got quite a busy day, but I hope this has allowed you all, you know, to have a bit more of an understanding of grasping onto life, a bit more of an understanding if life isn't going good here, stop the outside life and go within. Yeah. I always know that, you know, what's really been helping me is obviously what we do for our success priming, which is absolutely huge, really saves my life. When I say save my life, it literally has. I've been using the flotation tanks. For anyone in Melbourne, go down and check out Beyond Rest flotation tanks here in Melbourne. My boy Kai, I've been going down. I've been using the Anjan light, I think, which is the pineal gland. I always keep saying pineal gland. It's the pineal gland. I was saying it as a joke, or everyone goes, yeah, no wonder you're a bloody penis head. But it's the pineal gland, and the light deactivator actually secretes DMT into your body, and you really get this amazing, you know, basically cosmical alignment and awareness, and it really, really opens up your mind to what you truly believe in, because there's a difference about thinking and feeling to believing. When you believe, that takes it to a whole other level, because you can think about it and you can feel it, but okay, I can feel it. Then if you don't really believe it, then the feeling, so if this is what happens. I'll give you a quick lesson. When you think of something, when you you're basically thought of it, but really you truly don't believe you achieve it. And then when you actually go that you can feel something, then the connection is stronger. But when you believe, the feelings from the belief that what you feel and the actual connection to that that's when you will be motivated and you will take the action, because the way you feel when you believe something, you will take the action because of the feeling, the overwhelmed feeling, and the belief system that fires off in the brain and actually fires off they call it like your success blueprint switch. So once you fire that off, that gives you a whole much more of a simulation that, you know what, I'm going to achieve that. Because as you know, your programming, you need the right programming, so you have the right thoughts. Once you have the right thoughts, it gives you the right feelings give you the beliefs, and then the beliefs are strong enough so you take the required action for you to achieve your goals, okay? Go over this, share this with anyone that's having, you know, I call it a mushed up Monday because that's how some people's brains feel. And remember that you need to press the pause button out here. If out here is any good, take the time off to go in here. And then once in here feels good and you feel aligned and that's what's going on, then out here, that will match. And then that's when life gets sexy, people. So have an amazing Monday. Let's challenge ourselves from the rest of the week, you know, to create moments and experiences. And for all the people that are coming to the social experience, the social identity experience, let's create amazing moments and experiences that we'll remember for the rest of our life, and so on. And that's great. 2 days is only a tiny little speckle in, you know, in people's lifetime. Yeah. So let's go hard. Let's, you know, when I say go hard, you know, easy and effortless, and let's let the flow begin. And remember, everything starts and ends in your mind. So stand guard at the doors of your mind. Be careful what you say. Be careful the energy that you're in. Be careful what you're focusing on, because remember, we are pure manifestational beings, for good or for bad. So have an amazing day. I'm Lee Bundy, the CEO of Team Beast Mode International, the messenger of strength and the truth. And as you all know, I'm the founder, creator of the Bali Retreats, the Ultimate Polarity Correction and Identity Creation Retreats. And now with Melbourne's first and only the Social Identity Experience, which we're going to be taking to every state around Australia. So have an amazing day. Be safe. If you need to know me to elaborate a little bit more on this, send me an inbox and we'll take it from there. Have an amazing day.